Welcome on, welcome on. I am new to YouTube, but I am starting this out. Okay, okay, okay. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Hello, everyone. I am going to be going live in 1 minute on three platforms. I'm going to be going live on three platforms. Okay, it's time to go live on Instagram. Instagram is going to be the main source. Come on in the room, everybody. Come on in the room. It is Manifestation Monday with your girl, Meek. Okay? Manifestation Monday. I'm waiting for some people to get on, to get situated. We're going to be up here 15 minutes, so we're going to make this very fast, but it's going to be in depth, full of information, full of knowledge. It's going to give you exactly what you need to start the week before you go to bed. You know, your Monday is already so busy in the morning, right? So I waited and decided to do this at night. 11:21. I know I'm gonna be up. I know I'm going to be able to catch some people that's probably just laying in bed. But I'm gonna keep myself on track. I am waiting for my guest to get in the room as well, so I can make sure that I see her. But I want to just remind everybody, like, what is manifesting? What does it mean to manifest? What is manifestations? Um, it's defined as an event, action, or object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract idea. So, in short, that can mean speaking out what it is that you desire, speaking out on what it is that you want. Hey, love, I see you. Our featured guest, she is in the room. I'm going to talk until about 11:26, and then I can let her in. I just want to give you all some background about manifesting and just kind of following up on my initial release of this Manifestation Mondays. I started last Monday. I had this whole idea to just really share what it is to manifest because I've been really, really manifesting and things have been coming on my way just from speaking it out, writing it out. And this week, okay, you remember, guys, this week, here, here, and here, I'm on three platforms, you guys. I mentioned last Monday that I was going to be manifesting new profitable relationships this week. And I have done some great things this past week. I did the back to school community day with Greenbrier Mall. That was a full circle moment for me. I also met many people there. So I met some new people, made some new relationships. I had a very important meeting last Friday with a major chiropractic firm. So I was manifesting, building these new relationships, right? So I'm building the new relationships. These are new relationships you can build going to new places, trying out new things, going to new events. All right. So now let's get to the end of my Saturday. Um, on Saturday night, I was invited out with someone who I had been building a relationship with to be able to do more within the radio industry, get more music played, get more gospel music played, get more holy hip hop played. So I had a chance to meet Scola De Niro. He's a member of Drew Hill, and he was in town for a show, and he was like, "Hey, look, why don't you come out? You support us. You do so much for me and making sure that my gospel artists are getting played on your station." And I went, and I had a chance to meet my guest for tonight. Okay, my featured guest. It's 11:25, so it's time to go ahead and get her in here. But before I bring her in, I'm gonna tell you, um, Vibes are everything. And when it comes to manifesting and meeting new people, it's all about the vibes, right? So if the vibes feel good and if it feel right, you might as well go ahead and like see what can develop from it. Like what kind of relationship can build. So I had a chance to meet the young lady that I'm going to be bringing in now, and I'm going to go ahead and add her in. I'm over on Instagram, you guys. This is where you can catch my guest at. I'm gonna invite her in and share some things about her when she get on. Hey, April.
Hey.
How are you doing, Miss Banker Bay? I love your Instagram name. So welcome on. I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. But before I allow you to introduce yourself, I'm just going to say some things really quickly. First and foremost, welcome on. It's my first time trying something like this. And I know it's also something new for you going live and things like that. I just appreciate being able to meet you Saturday night and build a relationship with you to whereas I can invite you on here so that we can speak more about April and all the things that April does. Most importantly, she is COO of M Brands. And M Brands, I had to take some notes because I'm going to still allow her to be able to speak about it. But M Brands is the parent company for Nokalicious, and Publishing, and In City Products. Okay. When I tell you that's a lot, that's a lot. But I'm telling you, she does it with a smile, she does it with love. April, introduce yourself and tell the people about who you are.
So thank you so much. And the funny part is we did meet behind stage at the Drew Hill concert. We were just sitting there and we just kind of started talking and vibing and everything. So I want to kind of describe what N Brands is. And I know I had the N Brands t-shirt on that night.
Yes.
Talk about marketing your company. Then we're going to talk about manifesting because those are some of the things that I talked to you about having that plan and sticking to it. And most people know me from the financial world. I worked in that financial world. I see my boy Isaac. He's an awesome financial advisor as well. So, hey,
what up, Isaac?
Yeah, and I see my niece Kat on here. What's going on? What's going on? So most people know me from the financial world, but I have taken a new role, and that's what manifesting is about. I knew that I had to start somewhere. You're going to have to start somewhere. Let's just get that out the way. You're going to have to start. You're going to have to do the work. I did the work. I worked at the bank. I was vice president of commercial lending for a long time. I've taught in the classroom. I've taught in colleges. Me and Isaac both volunteered and taught at a place for kids who don't have direction, that may have gotten off that path, or
right.
underserved. We both taught entrepreneurship there. So we're giving back. We're out here giving back. And I know that thing is the hard thing to talk about.
It is.
Talk about it. And so, but we're out here, we're doing our thing. So I did talk to you about that, but then one day God led me in a whole new direction. And that's scary, right? It's scary
is.
when you ask God for something and he gives it to you. And so when we're manifesting and we're asking for something, one thing I got to tell you, and this is what I told you that night, you can't be afraid of it.
Right.
You can't. It don't look pretty. It don't come sealed and delivered like we thought. Like I thought God was just gonna pop up, somebody's gonna offer me a job and it's gonna be my dream job. And it didn't happen that way. It was like I had to go through the pain first, right?
Exactly.
Pain at work. And I told you, I said, I remember this guy coming up to me at work. Now I worked my butt off.
Right.
I got an accounting degree. I did that. Like I'm supposed to be celebrated. Like I'm a little girl from the hood. I'm not supposed to have all that, right? But what ended up happening was I get these degrees, go work at the bank. People are praising me. And then I get to this one position and the guy said, I'm not impressed by you.
That is harsh, especially when you already feel like you are doing everything possible and really showing and proving yourself, and somebody tell you something like that. That's damaging.
I work for the degrees, and this man with no degrees is telling me I'm not impressed by you. It hurt me.
Right.
I cried. I was in bed for like weeks. And that's what I was telling you. I was in bed for weeks. And I remember talking to the owner of In Brands, and I told him, I said, hey, I don't know what to do next. I didn't know. I didn't know if I wanted to work in banking anymore. I had helped lots and lots of Black businesses get the funding they need. I felt like I was fulfilled. I felt like that's what God wanted me to do. And I'm like, well, why did this happen? Right. This ain't fair. It wasn't fair.
It was not.
And so I remember him saying, well, that's because your vision is bigger. You should do something bigger.
That part.
And we started talking about the cookie, about his mom making these cookies. And we all know he's in the group Drew Hill, the owner of our company. And he's in the group Drew Hill. And he said, I'm going to give you this cookie. And I want you to do something with it. And I got you. Just do something with it. And I'm like, do what? Like, it's a cookie. I can't even cook. What are you talking about?
You ain't got to be able to cook to have no cookies now.
Look, and like he coming at me. So now I'm like, see, that's why I can't tell you nothing. I'm crying. I'm like, I got to find another bank to go to. But every bank I applied to, it just wasn't working. It just wasn't working. And I remember saying, okay, let me see what I can do with this cookie. I started researching, using that accounting degree, using that finance degree, found a manufacturer to manufacture the cookie, got the cookie going, manufactured. We started tasting it, so it started becoming real. But we're not making any money.
Right. From banking, from finances, from helping people money to cookies. Okay?
Don't make sense, right? And so then we start getting the cookies in. People start tasting the cookies, telling us how much they like the cookies. Why would she do this, do that? Got with manufacturers. And then one day, out of the blue, I met Joseph. I didn't even know Joseph. Joseph's like, let me do your labels. Let me hook you up. Let me do this. Let me do that. People were coming left and right. I called one of my customers at the bank who owned a bunch of gas stations. And I said, look, I have this cookie. I'm trying to grow this brand. I don't know how to grow a brand. Can you tell me how to do this? He said, bring me the cookie. See, what you're not understanding is that I asked God, this is what I asked for. I asked God for what I'm supposed to do. I wasn't ready for the answer, but I had to go through working at the bank. I had to go through everything I went through because my connection came from the bank. I got with him. He has 600 gas stations. Now the cookie is in 70 of those gas stations right now. The cookie is growing. We'll be in 600 stores. We have 120,000 cookies that will go out.
Oh, my.
So when I tell you that it's just a path, the night I met you, it's just a path. Everything just kind of comes together. So we got to watch the words of our mouth. We got to be prepared for change. You got to be prepared to know what you're asking for and what direction you're going. Even better, met you that night. You said, come do my live with me. I said, cool, let's do this, right? The next day, we go to King of Diamonds. Let me tell you, I wasn't even going. I said, we
talked about it that night.
I said, I'm not going to the strip club. And he said, I'm not going to be any strippers there. I don't know why I believe that. And so I said, okay. But then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go. You never know who you can meet.
Right.
I met Madison Kelly that night. I met her friend he was in the group Silk. He said, what are y'all doing on the publishing side? I started to tell him, he goes, I want to work with y'all. Call me tomorrow. See, all of it goes together. So sometimes we're like, I don't want to do here.
But you got
maybe where the stepping stone is. You could have said, I don't want to go to a Drew Hill concert, right?
Right.
That was just so. Even further than that, I called a girl I met in Birmingham 9 years ago. She did an article on me with my financial books because I write the financial books. She did an article on it, and she was on my mind. So Nokia needed an article for the cookies for a hemp magazine.
Okay.
And so I called her and I said, hey, you want to write this article for us? Interview him, write the article, send it to me. I can get it over because they made you do your own thing. She said, okay. She was just blessed. She was a fan of Drew Hill, fan of Nokia, fan of DMX when he wrote the DMX song.
Right.
Rush Hour,
the production side.
The production side, right? All the songs, Beauty that he wrote.
Right.
All these songs. And so she knew all his stuff. And I was like, hey, be my guest. I don't have time to write it. You write it. She wrote that. The guy could tell me something bigger. There's something bigger in this, right? Next thing I know, I'm like, we need to do a production side where we're doing publishing, not just publishing the songs and producing music, we need to do a side where we're publishing books, because I wrote books before, and Nokia got so many messages from people who say that he helped them with mental health stuff and things like that. So it was like, that's dope. So we
Right.
started. I called Joseph and told him my idea. He produced the book cover. We gave it to Nokia. I wrote out the book, not the words, but the outline of the book. He filled it in, and this girl, I said, you know what? I need you to come run the publishing side of our company for us. She said, what? And then she started telling me how she had felt like she wasn't fulfilled. She had felt like things weren't going the way she wanted to do it, and she was a teacher. So now
Right.
we're giving her another opportunity. So you never know what those opportunities are leading to. You never know like the people you meet. So that's why my grandma used to always tell me, watch how you entertain strangers, because they could be angels incognito. Gotta watch how you entertain the people that come around you. Gotta watch the words that are coming out of your mouth. I don't want to go. I don't want to go led to so many open doors yesterday. I met this really, really, really nice lady at the podcast that Jack, I can't think his name now, but at the podcast, met a really nice lady there, got her information. We're on Instagram together now. She's a host. She does things. Nokia was thinking about doing his own podcast. Cool. Met another connection. Met people that are going to do the podcast, because I realize I can't do everything. I talked to you about that earlier.
Right.
I'm not a media girl like that. I don't really sit up and think about posting until it's like a chore for me to post something.
I mean, tell me what? Guess what? Tell me what?
Tell me. Your thing.
Exactly.
You've been on it all day. Like, this is what she's supposed to do for us. So I'm telling you, like, everything just kind of goes together. So I want to give you some tips to manifesting. That's what we were talking about, right? Whether you're manifesting a job, whether you're manifesting money, whether you're manifesting anything. First of all, faith without works is dead. If you're not going to work for it, forget it.
Exactly.
God is not a genie, right? And I know some people are like, man, I hope $1 million fall out the sky. No. Give yourself the tools to go get that $1 million. Give yourself those tools. I went from busted and disgusted to being where I am today. And it was so weird because I was so respected in every room I walked in. So respected. Here, take my number down. To have Raheem Devon say, hey, I gotta work with you. I gotta work with you.
Same thing. I believe, I mean, just to go back to the point of manifestation, I want to remind people that in this live, the point of her manifestation started when she was let down in a position that she was in, that she believed in, that she was actively pursuing on a daily basis, and something that she had studied, she went to school for. She knew this was something that she wanted to do. However, after she was hurt, she put all her faith in God, and she asked, what else is there? What is it for me? You asked that. You had no clue and no idea that you would be having the conversations that you had with the CEO of M Brands. And then for him to invite you to be a part of it, to build several other steps that's under that main brand, you're also able to still drive this. You may not know things, but you have met people along the way that's been able to really help you in developing your manifestations, because you spoke out. You not only spoke amongst yourself, you were active behind your speaking. You thought about the people that you have came across in your alignment, in your path, and you went back to them and you shared some information with them. And when you share information with that person, it was that person on whether or not they had to decide whether they wanted to be able to support or not. They could have said no, and then they would be blocking themselves from something. So I think that people should be reminded within their manifestations, you do have to actively work towards it. You cannot just speak it out. Like I mentioned in last Monday, everybody, I said, not only do you speak it, you can write it, you can type it, and you can recite it. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing it at night. This chat at night, so that we can say what we need to say before we go to sleep, and sleep on it. Even, and maybe even manifest in our dreams, because our dreams can bring us visions that we may not get in our waking life, so that we can really be able to develop and establish more of what we're actually looking to manifest. And I shared my fear with you, not knowing you. I shared my fear with you about finances, about numbers, about looking at that part. Look, next thing I know, you tell them, well, look, I go by Baker Bay. I'm not in the banking industry anymore, but that is what I do. That is what I know. And just to go back, manifestations Monday, my first initial manifestation, new profitable relationships. You have been someone that I can speak with over this live within the past 15 minutes who's manifested, but within your manifestation, you are manifesting profit. Not only for you, but for everyone that's involved, for everyone that's supporting you. Not only are you selling in those 600 some stores for the gas station, but they also have something that they can carry that's different from other brands. So they have something that they can compete with others on that they don't have, you know? So I absolutely love that. And I'm so proud of you for continually going to be active behind your manifestations and your expressions that you give. You
And that's
gave
one
to. Mm-hmm.
that is, it can't always be for you. Nothing I do is for me. I don't even like oatmeal raisin cookies. I love it.
You can't even bake. You don't even bake.
I don't even like the oatmeal raisin cookies. But the reason why that is so important that you go to that website and buy that cookies, because it not only profits me, it profits everybody that's around us. We have a black owned bakery, hemp bakery, that's making those cookies. We have black distributors that are distributing those cookies. And now it's not just about being black, but it's about giving opportunity. It's about giving opportunity.
Exactly.
And God said, in my letdown at work, when I was let down by that man telling me I didn't impress him, it wasn't because I didn't do my work. It wasn't because I wasn't smart. It was all because of who I was. And my only goal is to take them, and I want that same bank to call me because they want us to do business with them. So in my quest is to create more. And so my manifestation of doing business has nothing to do with me. Because, child, trust me, I could be eating M&Ms and drinking Coke all day, and I'd be straight. Give me a good pork chop sandwich.
Okay.
But the fact is that it's other people who are counting on me. So in my manifestation, you got to know it's not about you. It's about how do you continue to grow the next person as well. Our editor, she was a school teacher. Now she's editing books for famous people that she never even imagined meeting. We have my cousin. She's like the bomb. She was just on here. I don't know if she's still here, but she was on here just a few minutes ago. She is the bomb at merchandising. Nobody's ever gave a chance. So how do we take our people and how do we grow them if nobody ever gives them the chance?
Exactly.
Nobody gives us the chance. So what am I going to do? I'm going to give us the chance. There she is. She's our director of merchandising. She made the shirts. The shirts that you've seen us have on, she made all those. That's her creation.
Right.
The shirts that wears on stage, those are hers. I see Danielle on here. She builds our website. That's a Black-owned business. That's a Black woman-owned business.
Give them the websites. Give them how they can get in contact with you. Share that information, because I've heard you speak about these cookies and the fact that they have hemp. But do you have regular cookies too for those who don't? Or is it just hemp? Like, tell us what it is. Tell us about these cookies.
Nothing regular. Everything has everything, and it's nopalicious.com, where you can go, and if you're 21 or older, please go there and buy a cookie. Or if you're in the music business and you want to experience that type of you need mentorship in the music business, you want to write a song, you want to come to a writer's camp, you want to do any of that, you can definitely them cookies hidden. That's Danielle. Everybody got to taste the product. We got everybody tasting the product. But if you want to get on and you want to learn more about the music business, he does coaching. You can go to the entity I-IT.
Look, I was trying to type the websites in. I don't want to spell nothing wrong, so I stopped.
Danielle, will you put the websites in? I see you're still on. Danielle, will you put
Please help.
But those are sites that you could go to. But let me tell you, but even bigger than that, though, right? So we talked about the first step: faith without works is dead. You got to be willing to commit to the work. The second thing, it can't be all about you, right? Because if it's a blessing, it's all about you.
Truth.
It didn't come from God in the first
Truth.
place. You need to make sure the second step is it ain't all about you. The third step: watch how you talk to people. Watch how you entertain strangers, because they could be angels incognito. You never know who somebody is or how somebody can benefit you. You never know how those stars are aligning. Watch how you talk to people. That's the third step. And the fourth step: tell yourself who you are and whose you are every day.
Exactly.
And best friend, she was actually on here a few minutes ago. I don't know if she's still on here, but Stephanie, my best friend name is Stephanie. She has an amazing
Hey, Stephanie.
beauty. She has a beauty brand based out of Houston. She has a brand called Lash Studio. She does the eyelashes. And I know you do the eyebrows, so y'all like a tag team there. She does the eyelash, she does the body treatments, teaches master classes on body treatments, all that kind of good stuff. But back to what I was saying, she's like a fitness beauty guru type person. Everything I'm not, because I was just using stuff on my face. Don't judge me. So,
you probably use Vaseline too, huh?
Girl, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to.
I know that's right. Tell them though.
No.
You gorgeous. You gorgeous. It works.
Oh, thank you. But Stephanie told me, she goes, I get up every day and I tell myself what I'm going to do, who I am and what I'm going to do. And it worked the other day. I'm going to tell you, don't tell her this because this will go to her head.
I was about to say, you on live right now. She going to hear it.
No, I hung up though. She hung up. So the other day we're on the phone a couple of weeks ago and she said, man, I got to make this money. But I looked myself in the mirror this morning and I told myself, hey, Candy Cake, Candace is on here. Happy birthday, Candace. So I told, she said, I told myself this morning, she said, I told myself that I'm going to have 2 people sign up for classes today so I can make sure that I'm straight for the whole month. And I'm like, girl, you did what? She said, yeah, I've already spoke it. I believe it is going to happen.
Manifesting.
5 minutes later, no, literally 5 minutes later, her phone goes off and she says, hold on, something's in my ear. She picks up her phone. 2 people signed up for her class. Her month was good. So I'm telling you that because that's that simple. Telling yourself who you are, telling yourself how it's going to happen, speaking in clear directives. This is something me and you talked about. Speaking in clear directive. I said that. I said, and you can ask Danielle this. I said, I'm going to have those cookies in stores. I didn't specifically say where to put the cookies at, but I said, I'm going to have those cookies in stores, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got the cookies in the first 60 stores. We did the cookies in the first 60 stores. He called me back. He said, I want to open agreement with you. Hey, sis. He said, I want to put the cookies in Chicago in stores. I said, bet. Chicago ain't nothing. Let's put 10 cases in Chicago. Let's go to Ohio. Let's go to Florida. So it kept being real because I was setting the dream. I was writing the vision, making it plain, setting the dream. And that's what you have to do because it's not easy. Like I told you, and I'm telling you, I have people on here that would tell you that I was lying if I was lying. I worked at the bank. I've been there 15 years. Commercial lending, growing people businesses, proving loans, doing all that, doing all this. That man told me that day. He said, I'm not impressed by you. I know people talk about who you are. I'm not impressed by you. That cut me, but it didn't kill me. And that's what's happening. And I heard something. I'm going to tell you this. And I want everybody on here to remember this. It is our time, Danielle. It's our time. Wheat and weeds grow in the same field. Wheat and weeds grow in the same field. And the only thing the wheat wants to do is get to the bread. The wheat, we're just trying to get to the bread, baby. But we're all in the same field and we're all growing, right? But the weeds are there. And the main thing about the weeds that the weeds don't like the wheat for some reason. They always want to bring the wheat down. They always want to destroy the wheat. But unfortunately, for the weeds, they don't know that they can't stop the wheat. The wheat can only stop itself by going into harvest too fast. The wheat will pull out of the growing stage and go into harvest because they tired of the weeds, so they'll pull out and then it'll kill the whole crop. But if you sit there, because the weeds are coming, the weeds are there.
They're going to come
you
anyway.
Avoid weeds and you tell the weeds, like, I'm not even going to acknowledge you, and you sit there and you grow your business, you grow your following, you grow what you're trying to do, you believe in it, you speak to it, you water it, you give it sunlight, you give it life. Guess what's going to happen? Your harvest is going to come. So I want you and everybody else to know that. Speak to it, grow it. Don't even worry about the weeds, because they're going to come.
They're going to come.
I told my girl that today. She was like, I had an employee call me, this, and this. And I was like, what you talking about somebody who worked for you for? Why you care? If they that unhappy, tell them to get another job. Because just like God gave you that employee, guess what he's going to do?
Multiply it if you ask for it.
You shouldn't even want that energy in your business.
Not at all.
Peace. If you don't like me, I don't care. If you don't like what I do, so what? If you're not impressed by me, that's your bad. Because you're missing out.
Exactly.
You missing out. You done missed out on all the good stuff that you could have known.
Because you worried about those weeds and you the wheat.
You worried about the weeds and you the wheat, baby. You the wheat.
That's some good stuff. I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
That's that. They gotta be that Dallas, Texas talk.
You know it is.
I don't know nothing about it. I'm learning now. That's that Dallas, Texas talk. I love it. That's something that everyone should definitely keep with them. You're the wheat. It's gonna always be a weed, but you can continue to grow and harvest what it is that you need. But don't go too fast, because sometimes you can hurt yourself. So you got to be patient in what it is that you're cultivating and are manifesting and are going towards as well. So that's good stuff.
And that's the same way with our finances. I know people know me for talking about finances, but that's the same way with finances, right? We're going down this path, and we're going down this road. I am Bethlehem raised in Texas, going down this road. And when you go down this road with your finances, you got this job. So you riding in the road, right? We riding, we good. We riding and kicking it, right? Because we got a job, taking care of our bills. But then all of a sudden that job stops, we got to pull over. And we have to learn to balance it. Now, have you ever drove a stick shift car?
Mm-hmm.
And the stick shift car is all about what? Knowing how to get on the clutch and the gas.
At the right time and balancing it.
Balancing it, baby. So first, figure out who you are financially. Figure out who you are. Figure out what you do, who you are financially, and don't lie to yourself.
Right. You told me, the first thing you told me, look, you need to know how much it costs for you to go outside the door. You need to know how much it costs for you to operate yourself within that month. You need to know how much you cost. And you need to be honest with yourself about it.
I told you that, didn't I? The first thing, figure out how much it costs to be you.
That's what you said.
I know every morning. And look, Nokia just got me a whole coffee bar.
You still got to go get your coffee, huh?
That coffee, I still got up this morning when I paid that $1.49 for that coffee. I like ratchet coffee. I ain't figured out how to use the Keurig yet. But I like a little ratchet. But I'm a little ratchet. It's in me. But you figured out who you are financially. Figure out what it costs to be you. Save up 6 months of that. Figure out who you are in your business. Figure out what it costs to run your business for 6 months. Figure out what your cash flow is. Figure out how you shift to that next gear. And once you figure out who you are, then go to the next year and talk about growth strategies. Talk about, how do I grow my business? What do I need for my business? Then after you figure out who you are, you're going to go to what you need. And after you go from what you need, you're going to go to third gear. Because now we're talking about, how do we grow? How do we grow this business, right? How do we manifest? How do we talk to ourselves? What are we doing? How do we come back to the point where, do we got our, look, in second gear, baby, I hope you got your licenses together. Do you got a web presence? Do you have people on your team? Are you still trying to do all this shit by yourself? You have to be honest about your business. When I looked, you can ask Danielle this, because I tell you, Danielle she runs all of our web development stuff, and I tell you, and you can ask her this. I don't know nothing about building no website. And I remember getting on and acting like I did. And I said, Danielle went to Wix. She was like, log off. That ain't it. Yeah, right now. And when we get out, that's her thing. So why not put in place? So whatever you need for your business to grow, that's what you need to put in place. But see, you have to figure out who you are financially, and you got to figure out who your business are. So that's what the shift is all about. Learning to balance the gas and the clutch at the same time. Learning to balance your personal finances and business finances. Because what most people don't realize, their business finances are affected by their personal finances. Because
it's the same way in your life.
Yep, most banks are going to look at a global cash flow. They're looking at it globally.
Here she go with the notes. She done got me researching all my pitch deck stuff. And now what was this you just gave me? Your global what?
Everybody's gonna look at your global cash flow.
Your global cash flow. Got it.
Yeah.
So one thing that we have to do before we end this live, we went a little bit over today, but I have a guest today, so it's okay that I went over by these 15, well, over the 15 minutes. I want you and me and all those who are on this live today to get yourself a sticky note and write out something that you would like to manifest for this week. Okay? I want you to write something out. I have mine and I'll share mine with you all. So I went from manifesting new profitable relationships last week, and just to go over it, um, I met maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people last week that would help in that area. Okay. So for this week, I am manifesting feeling stressless in my personal and business finances. I say that because it stresses me out just to think of a number at times, just any number of any sort, when it comes to my personal finances and or my business finances. So I will attempt at feeling stressless in that area, and how I will attempt that is by writing out how much it may cost me to go out the door tomorrow, and looking at it in advance, and maybe budgeting myself based upon what I'm looking at in advance.
And what I want you to do too is not be afraid to get help. See, we're manifesting, but God has already given us that life jacket. You have a life jacket on, and He's handing you the life jacket saying, look, I want you to float. I want you to be successful. I want you to get through this thing. I want you to tread the water. I don't want you drowning. I want you to float, right? I want you to get across this path. But you like, nah, I'm gonna see if I can go get like some trees or something and put it together, and I'm gonna figure this out.
The truth.
He don't want you to figure it out. He gave you all these people around you to help you figure it out. Hey, and he wants all these people around you, right? So he's not telling you to go. You ain't gotta put no twigs together, sis.
Right.
You do all that shit. All you gotta do is go to the people that know how to do it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Pride is the one thing that kills most businesses.
I agree. I'm ready to ask for the help.
Earlier this week, she was trying to help another friend of ours, but they were so stuck on one thing. They ruining their business because they want to be in control. Some things you're just not good at.
You got to admit that. You got to admit that to be successful. You have to admit to yourself the things that you may need assistance with. And I don't want to tell anyone that they're not good at something, because you can get greater. It may take a little time, but you don't have to put that on yourself, because you have others. Say it one more time.
Certain things ain't my ministry. Certain things it's not my ministry. God created me to be great is what I'm great at.
Great at what you're great at.
I'm not a web designer. I mean, I might put some stuff together. But if I want it to be great, I'm going to go to the people He blessed with those skills. And that's what I'm telling you. Certain shit you're just not good at. Certain shit I'm not good at. I'm not good with
so just accept. Just accept and reach for the assistance.
Manifest. Ask God to show you how to accept things that you're just not good at. And
that's
ask
good.
Him for the help. Ask Him for the people to surround you with the people that are. And give you the ability to afford the people that you around you.
Right.
That's what I want you to do.
That's good.
That's what I do. When I talk to God, I'm like, look, God, I don't know how to do this. This ain't my thing, right? But for some reason, you put me in a path for this to be done. Show me who I'm supposed to put in the path with me. Surround me with the angels that need to be around me. Put me with the people that need to do this. Some things I'm just not good at. Some things we just aren't good at. And once we start realizing that, that's why we're all different.
Right.
Black people are not monolithic. Everybody don't like everybody. Everybody ain't finna be excited about this. And everybody ain't finna say this like you want them to say it. Black people, we're not monolithic and we're not all good at everything. I can't cook worth a darn except for little recipes I be finding, but I be swearing they fire though.
Girl, you know you got that fire in the kitchen. It ain't no way you ain't got it. I know you got just a little bit.
Y'all come over here and get some dressing or something like that, some soul food. Y'all gonna be highly disappointed. But I'm gonna tell you, I can make a good sandwich. I got you.
Before we get out, I have a question to ask you. Are you familiar with Dr. Marsha Savage?
Yes.
She wants to come in the room.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Savage. She's one of my stores. I love Dr. Savage.
Dr. Savage, we want to know what Dr. Savage has to talk about tonight. I'm here to listen.
And hey, funny man, hey, Dr. Savage. Hey there.
Hey, Dr. Savage, welcome in.
I hope you can't see me.
We can't see you, but we can hear you, and that's good enough.
Okay, great.
Let us know what you got to say about manifestation and what we spoke about tonight.
Well, from the little part that I've heard, I love the part where you said you don't have to be the expert. Other people around you, you can use their expertise to help develop whatever you're working on. So I got to pass that nugget on to my son.
Uh-oh.
And y'all do that for me every day. You know, at you. But y'all always bring me back in. Y'all always bring me. I get the little tap on the shoulder, even virtually. Look,
Man.
Bring it back in. And I'm not good at that because I'm going to say whatever I feel, how I feel it, when I say it. I'm going to say the wrong thing sometimes. I'm not good at that. But that's what I love about you. Because you always going to say it with a smile. And you're going to pull me back in. And you're going to be like, come on back over here, baby. We good.
And that's what you need in your life. And now she got a nugget to pass on to her son, just from hearing our conversation and being able to speak amongst each other about things that we can do to be greater and to achieve our goals. And I hope that your son can take that information, doctor, and go along with it, because we need it. And some people want to accept that.
Yes. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome. It was good to have you on. All right.
But see, that's what's dope about it, though, right? Like, that's what's dope about the whole thing.
So I wanted to apologize to everyone. I don't know what button I pushed. I don't know how I got out of this room, but we were live with I Am Banker Bay, and I just want to make sure that I close it out. And hopefully she's able to come back in. I am so new with this live thing, and clearly hopefully I didn't lose the whole video and it's in my archives or something like that, and I did not discard it. But in short, we were in talk about manifesting and manifestation Mondays, and and what we took away from this is that one of the things that you have to do when it comes to manifestations and or looking to achieve the things that you're going out to achieve, you want to be able to put some action behind it. And also, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Don't be afraid to ask others. And you may not be knowledgeable on or someone that can actively do everything that it is that you may need done. So sometimes you may need to hire someone. You may need to reach out to a friend that you know who's in that field, and they can help you with what it is that you need help with. So when it comes to manifesting, make sure that you're putting some assertion behind it. You're being assertive about what it is that you're looking to achieve. Also, put God first in it. When you manifest, you write it out, you speak it out, you and actively say it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this Monday's manifestation. Is after Monday now, it's Tuesday. But the reason why I'm doing this is at 11:21, is so that we can do it before we go to bed. We can be reminded of what it is that we are looking forward to do in the upcoming week and to go out and achieve. I thank you all for being a part of the Manifestation Mondays Live. You can get back with me on this next Monday at 11:21. I had a guest tonight, April Ford. She is the COO of In Brands, and I want you guys to just stay tuned. Okay, all right. Oh, she's here. She's here, girl. Oh my. Let's see. I don't know what I did. I have no clue of what I did. Do you hear me? When I tell you I am so new to this, I have no clue of what I done. And hopefully the video is in some type of archive or something because it was so good. Hello, Dr. Savage. Like, oh my goodness. I don't know what happened, you guys. So I do apologize. And I wanted to make sure that we came on and we closed out properly. And I wanted to thank you also, April, for your time and sharing all of the nuggets that you share with myself and my viewers, your viewers. It's been very fulfilling for me. It's specifically the nuggets about recognizing what you don't have as a strength and then reaching out to others around that can support those things that you may lack in strengths. And I just want to suggest that everyone actively go towards what it is that you're looking to achieve for yourself. If you speak it out, just know that you can do it, but you have to put some assertion behind it. You have to be assertive about what it is that you're looking to achieve.
And I got one better for you. Know when it comes, don't be afraid of it.
That was the other thing.
Like when you're asking, like, what am I supposed to do, God? But you don't went to school to be a teacher. But then he tells you to come over and write for a magazine. You're like, what? Don't be afraid of it.
That's right? What you said to me. You said something to me about writing. Tamika, you should do some blogs. Why don't you write to put yourself out there more? And I'm like, I don't write. I don't. Well, whether I write or not, I still should try and do it. And because I have done it in the past.
In your field, you know what you do every day. Establish yourself as an expert in what you do.
Right.
I'm a person with a finance degree. I'm not the only person with an accounting degree. Right? That part don't even make me an expert. I went to school for it. Don't make me an expert.
Right.
My life experiences, what I've been through, what I talk to other people about, those things make you an expert. Those things make you an expert. So you do it every day. Become an expert. Write it out. Because the same thing that you struggle with or the same thing that you don't know, guess what? Somebody else don't know either. And somebody else is saying, dang, I wish I knew somebody else I could relate to. So sometimes it's not about what you learned in school. Sometimes it's about what you learned out here in the field.
Being active.
When I went through my divorce, I remember talking to somebody who they had just been through a divorce too, and they made me feel normal. Sometimes it's just about somebody to relate to. And everybody wants to relate to someone and understand that their problems aren't exactly the same, or exactly the same as somebody else's. So it makes them feel normal.
That's true.
People want to, yeah.
That's true. I could not agree with you more. We just had somebody in the room when I first came back on. She's a local hairstylist in Raleigh, North Carolina. And when I was divorcing my ex-husband, um, I know publicly about some of the things that she had went through. So I reached out to her for her support, in that time. And she was someone that could recognize what it is I was going through because she was also in my field. So she knew what it was like. So to be able to just have somebody that you can speak with that can support you and they can recognize and identify some of the things that you may be experiencing and to be able to talk you through it, that's a positive thing to have. It's a positive thing to have. So yes, it's true.
I remember when I wanted to become a professor, and this is a true story. I just wanted to do it. I thought I could be the cool professor. Hey, Amanda. I thought I wanted to, I knew I could do it. I knew that I relate to people pretty well. So I was like, I want to do this. And my lecture was called There's Levels to This Shit. And so this lady named Anna Martin didn't know me from a can of beans. I went to Miss Martin. We were in the same sorority. I went to Miss Martin and I said, hey, I want to teach your class. She said, what? I said, yeah. I said, can I sit in there? I want to learn how you do it. And she said, okay. She let me sit in her class. She had too many classes on her schedule, ended up letting me teach. And I got to become a professor at the university. That's how I got my job.
Man.
And I became a professor. It was all because I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid of it. I went to the person that knew how to do it. And I spoke it into existence. Every time I sat in her class, I was like, I'm going to teach this one day.
That's another example. That's another example.
I'm going to do this.
And I have something that's similar to that, but this was way back in high school. Because I have been really recalling all of the things that I may have spoke out that I wanted to do and I have achieved, and others that I helped to do the same things. But I remember being in high school, like, man, I got to work at one of the like most traffic stores in North Carolina, like in the area that I was in. I was in school in Conway, North Carolina, which maybe the graduating class was about 80 people. But my whole thing was, I was like, I got to work at the shoe store because everybody goes to the shoe store. I'm trying to work at the sneaker store. This all the way in Run Rapids. I'm like working at Kmart at this time. But I would go into the sneaker store every other day when I worked. I wasn't trying to be too repetitive on going, but I would go all the time, like, listen, I'm about to get a job here. I'm about to work here. I'm about to come in here. And I remember one day coming in there with a resume and I had on some khakis and a shirt. It was like, man, we ain't never had nobody come in here with a resume. We might see what you're talking about. They seen what I was talking about and they gave me the job. But I remember I was talking about it for weeks. I was telling my friends, I was telling my grandma, I was like, Mom, I'm about to get a job at the athlete's foot. But I'm gonna work at Kmart because I want the people to see that I'm working. But I want them to know that, look, I belong here. So I put myself in a position in a place where I can actively be in this mall and then be in these people's face, and then they offer me a position. But I did not just say I wanted to do it and waited for them when I go in the store one day to be like, hey girl, you want to work at our store? It wasn't gonna work like that. You had to put some assertion behind it. You had to tell them, like, listen, I am interested in working at your spot. So this is what I have. Let me get in. So I love that. I love that.
And look, ain't nothing to do but to try but to fail, right? If you don't give it a try, you automatically fail. So you might as well try. You know how many times I was told no about stuff? Especially with the cookie stuff. How many stores like, no, we don't do that, or go fill out this paperwork, or go do that, or go do this. But I didn't give up.
Not giving up.
And you can't be afraid to lose. I heard Bishop Jake say the other day, he said, some of y'all get money and act like it's the last money God gonna give you. Lessons because you get that money and you hold on to it so tight and you're afraid to invest because everybody told you gotta save it now. You gotta go get a brokerage and be like Jay-Z. You gotta go do this. There's one way to be rich. There's multiple ways to be rich.
Right.
Everybody on here is not built to go out here and buy real estate. Some of y'all don't even like to get your own house you live in fixed.
Right, let alone somebody else's.
The taxes now, you done lost everything because that's not your ministry. No, your ministry, baby, that ain't the ministry.
Be truthful about who you are. Stand in the mirror and be truthful about who you are.
I told you, find out who you are financially. And in my book, I'm gonna show you my book.
Yes.
52 Weeks to Fall in Love with Your Money. In here, I talk about the 32 types of investments. I talked about that.
32 types of investments. 52 ways to fall in love financially. Is that what you said?
52 weeks to fall in love with your money. Every week is a different exercise.
52 weeks to fall in love with your money.
Yeah.
How can they get that book?
Go on Amazon. It's right there. It's on Amazon.
Amazon.
Every day of the week, there's something to do every week.
So it's more like a workbook per se?
Kind of like a workbook.
Okay.
You can do all that kind of good stuff. We talk about taking out the trash. It's just like dating. It's like your credit report. Who's your credit report? Your nosy neighbor that tell all your business. It's gonna tell everybody to come up to your house, who looked at you, who got out the car. Your credit report telling all your business anyway, right? So keep your name clean out here in these credit streets. You know, it's just like your phone. You got a whole bunch of niggas' numbers in your phone. Guess what? You're gonna be tempted to call them, right? Your phone, you're gonna be like, you know what? He acting up. Let me call this one over here.
Lord, right? It's true.
Happens like he acting up. Call another one. That one don't work out. Call you another one. Because you keep the numbers, so you're giving yourself the option. You keep a bunch of credit cards in your phone. You're giving yourself the option on your phone. You keep a bunch of credit cards in your wallet.
They keep it on their phone and their wallet too.
Well, you're giving yourself the option of debt. You're giving yourself that option. So when things go wrong, you take the option. If I keep cookies in the cabinet, what you think gonna happen? I'm gonna break my diet, right? So that's why
what was the last thing you said? It went out. What you say?
You go on a diet. What do? They take all the food out your pantry, right? They tell you clean out your pantry, get all the fat out. And that's what you got to do with your money. That's what you got to do with your life. If you got friends that ain't lifting you, ain't building you, ain't teaching you, ain't taking you to that next level, get them out your life.
True facts.
You got friends that are pulling on your energy. Your energy is the most expensive.
It's the first thing you're going to feel. It's the first thing that you're going to experience. And it's the first thing that's going to tell you right from wrong.
And it's the most expensive thing you have. Your energy is everything. Your energy is everything you have, baby. And if somebody steals your energy, if somebody steals your joy, they done took everything you got. You don't have nothing left. There's nothing left.
True.
There's nothing left. So if you're going to manifest, I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to, like I told you, let's go through the steps one more time for the people that weren't on here last time.
Yes.
First, we're going to figure out who we are.
Look in the mirror.
Know who we are. Second, faith without works is dead. It's not even existent. Faith without works is just a wish.
They need to understand that.
To propel your idea forward, and it's just a wish. It's just a wish. Third thing I want you to do is write it down. Make that vision plain. Make it clear. Write the vision. Make it plain. Write down what you want, where you're going, how you're going to do it. Make it plain. And then fourth, we're not going to be afraid. God didn't create a spirit of fear. You can't go in asking him for something and then you're scared of it. Scared money don't make money. Scared people can't fight.
They ain't gonna fight.
You just don't even want that. You don't even want that kind of energy. You don't want. You ever been in a car with somebody who's scary? That
you gotta stop, pause every time, right?
It gives you get on your nerves. Scary money get on your nerves too, because you worry about it too much. You're too worried about it. Scary money get on your nerves. Baby, look, you don't want that. We don't want stuff to get on our nerves. We're past that. We're past that part now. We have moved on and forward, and we're doing our thing.
Deny your fear. Deny your fear. Do not accept any fear.
No fears. We don't have that. We don't have that. We don't have fear.
You're right.
And fifth, we're going to live in our joy. We're going to do the shit that make us happy. The shit that don't make us happy, we're not going to do. We're past being sad. Black people, we're past the struggle phase. We're past that. We're past the struggle phase. We're past the thinking small phase. We're past the I gotta do it all myself phase. You ain't gotta be superwoman. We're past that. We past that. Things that don't make us happy, we're not doing. Things that are too tough. We're in our pampered stages of life. Black people, we have to learn to live in luxury. We're in the pampered stages.
Got to. If we don't, we can't never get to number five. We can't never live in our joy because it's gonna always be some type of worry, always be some type of fear, and also be a way where you're not achieving anything because you're not being positive about it. So we want to get to number five. Everybody should want to get to number five, living in your joy, and you can live in your joy, recognizing those top four things: who you are, having your faith, writing it down and making it plain, not being afraid, so that you can get to your joy. And I will
help.
ask for help.
Number two, don't be afraid to ask. Let the people who are good at it do it.
That's what I'm gonna do with you. That's what I'm gonna do with you.
Baby, I don't know hair. I don't know how to wrap my hair. I don't wash my own hair. That ain't my ministry. I'm not.
Girl, I know you telling the truth. It's just so funny. Like that is not my ministry, baby. I'm about to. You got my hair gonna have to be done. I gotta get my hair done. That's a part of my budget.
It's part of my budget. It's part of who I am. I I call my stylist. I have her on speed dial. Like when
I see little miss today. Little miss not making her appointments in advance. Little miss waiting to the last minute.
Look, she knows me like a book, and she loves me, and I'm gonna pay her, right? I'm blessed, so I can bless her. See, I'm blessed, so I can bless her. Because I know I pay a car note, a light bill, or something. I know I take care of something because I'm there. I don't know how to do that.
Right.
I don't. That's not my ministry. I don't do things that don't come to me naturally, and you shouldn't either. Quit trying to be superwoman. Look, we spend so much time trying to be superwoman, trying to tell people, oh, I'm gonna do this and do that. And we just wear ourselves out. We can't even enjoy it when we get it. Because we spending so much time focused on the wrong stuff.
Right.
Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on your abilities. You don't have to be superwoman. Find somebody good at it. Look, things I don't know how to cook, I go buy. So every day, you know what I pray for every day when I get up?
What?
Me be successful so I can bless somebody else's business.
Amen.
Let me be successful. Because Lord, if I'm successful, they're successful too. Because I'm going to pay somebody to do the things that I don't want to do. Because I don't need any more wrinkles. I don't need to be stressed out, and you don't either. So when we're manifesting, we need to just really be honest. When you talk to yourself in the mirror every morning, be honest with yourself. Look, girl, you bad. You're beautiful. You're bad. This is your day. You're going to do the damn thing today. Girl, when these people call you, you're going to be ready. Girl, this is the way God made you. God made you amazing.
Yes.
And He wants you to share your amazing self with the world. That's what you got to tell yourself every day. Look, I tell myself, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I get up every morning. I be like, man, you a bad bitch. Look what you done did to these cookies, girl. And guess what? Today's going to be even better. Wait.
I talk, and sometimes you have your friends, you have your people around that will tell you that, but you really have to tell yourself that it's more. It's like when you go talk to your plants and stuff. People tell you to talk to your plants. If you talking to a plant, don't you think you need to talk to yourself too? Don't you need
talk to a plant and make it grow, right? Talk to yourself and you grow.
Tell them.
You watering plants and ain't watering yourself.
While I water me.
Oh, you water you. Look at I'm talking about eating healthy and I'm drinking Sunkist, but that's okay.
I ain't even see that. I don't even know you got that. I know you got some water over there. See, I knew it. But I appreciate every moment that you have given me tonight with your wisdom. Your vibes definitely did not lie. You are very knowledgeable. You are very wise. You are a bad bitch. Okay, you are a bad woman. You are a bad lady. You are good in all you do, and I appreciate that because you gave some great um positivity to me in my life and some things that I have going on in the short amount of time that we've known each other. We've only known each other what, 2 or 3 days.
And let me just say this. I want to speak this over you before we get off of here. You are amazing. You are loved. You deserve love. You deserve to be loved the way you want to be loved. You deserve to have everything that you want in this world. You deserve it.
Thank you.
You are talented. You are very smart. And when you put that direction together, nobody's going to be able to stop you. You have $1 million mindset. You just got to tap into it. When you tap into that $1 million mindset that you have, your whole world is going to change, baby.
I believe you.
Because you were created to be awesome. I felt your spirit when we first met. You were created to be this awesome person. You are amazing. You are beautiful. And anybody, I don't care who they are, they get you, oh, baby, they won.
Thank you so much, April. You so sweet.
Yeah, they won. So I thank you for having me or asking me to do this tonight. I'm blessed to be here with you. Blessed to be.
I'm blessed to have you.
You start running social media stuff for M Brands because I'm fucking it up. Fuck it up. And I'm grateful for you. I'm absolutely grateful for you. I'm grateful for the connections, and I'm grateful for all the things that you had to pass. Because I can't wait to be a witness. I'm gonna be right there cheering you along. I'll be like,
I believe you, girl.
That's my bitch. I'll be like,
I believe you.
You along as you go down this path. This path is gonna be today. You at the starting line, baby. So you was warming up before, but today you getting ready to take off.
Get hot with it, okay? I'm about to jet out. All right, boom.
Boom. It's the boom. Tonight was your boom. Go. Run fast as you can. You finna win this race. You got this. And ain't nothing gonna be greater. And I'm gonna be right there on the side because I don't run. I told you I don't do stuff that don't suit me. I don't run. I don't sweat my edges out because I don't have
right. That's not in your ministry, girl.
I'm gonna call Maya and get these edges straightened out. That's not my ministry. I don't do nothing that I don't want to do. And what I want you to do is just know that you have won this race beautiful. You're beautiful inside and out. And I'm going to go to bed because I don't need no bags.
No, you don't. Neither one of us.
I'm off of here.
Well, thank you. And I will chat with you all soon. Again, please tell people how they can connect with M Brands before you go.
You can go to nocolicious.com, which we had tagged in the first live, right to the other live. It's pinned at the top. Or you can go to the entity, or you could just DM me here, follow me on Instagram, and DM me if you have any questions.
Follow her at I Am Banker Bay. Follow me at Your Beauty Entertainer. And also keep it locked with Tamika Nicole every Monday for Manifestations with Meek on Mondays at 11:21. Thank you so much, April. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Have a good one.
You too.